Hello everybody, in this video I want to talk to you about the following scenario. You have an object and this object has property called response, and response is also an object, and response has a property called data, and data is also an object, and what you see here is a complex object. Okay, if you want to get the message, you need to do error.response.data.error.message. And if you look at it like this, everything is okay. So you can print it. And this is a real scenario because this is a scenario that I've bumped into using Firebase authentication, and I will add the link to the project in the description below. And this looks good. However, what happened if for some reason the response is missing? Okay, because I'm getting this object from the server and maybe the server did not provide response. Okay, so what do you think will happen now? Okay, I'm getting exception. Okay, so you said, okay, I can protect myself and I can do the following. I can do something like this. And I can check if error.response So now I'm not getting the exception, I'm getting undefined. This is okay. And if I bring this back, well, this is working okay. But what happened? What happened if I will remark this? Okay, I'm getting another exception. So I can add following. I can protect myself. And in this case, I'm getting undefined. I'm not getting exception. And if I remove, I'm getting the information as I supposed to get. When everything is okay, I'm getting the message. Okay, so I've added this code, but what happened if I'm not getting the error? Or maybe the error is null. Again, I'm getting an exception. So I can, again, defend myself and add the code error.response.data.message.error. Okay, and now I will get undefined, and this is great. And if I remove it, the code will work when it is okay and when I'm missing information. So this is perfectly great. However, you can use a different approach, and you can use a feature from es11 called optional chaining operator. Okay, optional chaining operator, and this is the operator. And if you will use this, you will not get an exception in case the property that you are accessing is null or undefined or does not exist. Okay, so in this case, this is optional chaining operator. So let's remark this for a moment. And let's do the following. Let's take this. And so if you expect response to be missing or null or undefined, you will get here an exception. So to prevent this, you can add this operator. And this operator is actually tell JavaScript, okay, if response is null or undefined, and I'm accessing its property, don't throw an exception. Simply return undefined. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Okay, suppose response is missing. Let's clear. We get undefined. We do not get an exception. Okay, so let's remove this. And now let's clear, save. And then if everything is okay, we are getting message. Okay, so this is working when response is missing and when response exists. And the same goes for data. If data is missing, okay, we know that we are going to get an exception. And to protect ourselves from this, we can add the operator here. And what we are saying is, hey, if data is missing or is null or is undefined and you try to access error, do not throw an exception. Simply return undefined. And this is what we have. Okay, and if we now remove it, now this is okay. You see that we get the message. And the same goes if we want, if error is missing. Again, this is the server, and the server, this is, in my case, it was Firebase authentication. So maybe I do not get error back. Okay, what should I do? Now I'm getting an exception. So again, if I'm using this now, I'm telling him, listen, if error is missing or is null or is undefined, then do not throw an exception, return undefined. But if error exists, then goes like normal. Okay, so you see I don't get an exception, and if I remove it, I'm getting now a message. Okay, so you can see that I have replaced 3 or 4 lines with 1 line. And I think that this is much a cleaner solution. Thank you.